are you?
I'm great, congratulations.
Nice to see you.
Very nice to see you and your beautiful award.
I know, a prize.
A prize.
How lovely.
And it's really heavy.
It is. I feel like it should contain gin. If only it did.
That's a whole other book.
Yes.
Can we talk a little bit about the book, the reason you're here this evening, The Life and Loves of a He-Devil?
The award-winning book that
The
I just wrote.
award-winning. Ladies
That
and
book.
gentlemen, I'm here with the award-winning writer,
That's
Graham
wrong. That's
Norton.
wrong.
No, it's
isn't it?
great.
No, listen, I'm thrilled to win, but equally embarrassed because you're in a room full of people who actually write books for a living, and I just, you know, showed up, and now look. Yeah.
But when you sat down to write this book, you'd written a memoir before.
Yes.
And you knew you wanted to do something different with this. Maybe not the linear thing, maybe not the and then this.
And honestly, that
Why?
was to do with not being a writer. Okay. Because actually that was the thing I found very hard about the first book, where I did a straightforward autobiography from cradle to now. And it was so unwieldy and so it was like rolling a giant boulder up a hill. And in this one, by breaking it down into chapters, kind of standalone chapters, essays, I don't know what they are, about the things that I love, it was so much more manageable. And it made it, for me, a much kind of more enjoyable experience, and I think a better read, because you're not wading through stuff that I felt I had to put in just to join the dots. You know, because in an autobiography, you can't just kind of go, and then there was a decade where nothing happened. Because people think you're lying. And actually, I wasn't. No, nothing happened. But here it is. So in this book, it was much easier. It was, you know, it was in bite-sized chunks.
But what's interesting about the Graham Norton writing this book is that since your first memoir, you're clearly so successful now, it's all gone so well. Were you worried about connecting with the ordinary reader?
Well, no, I don't think so. I mean, there are probably things that have happened in my life that I thought, don't put that in, Graham, because that will not help you connect with anybody.
They're often the good bits.
Yeah, well, but you know, because I work on television, that's a very an immediate medium. You know, I'm living in people's houses, so if you can't connect with that audience, then you know, you're dead in the water already. So I suppose in a way, when I wrote the book, I was addressing those people, the people who listen to the radio show, the people who watch the TV, because if they enjoy me doing those jobs, hopefully they'll like me doing this job.
But what I think is also interesting about you is you talk about maybe being intimidated about calling yourself a writer.
Yes.
But you clearly love storytelling. And on your very programme, you punish bad storytellers. I mean,
Yes.
they're gone if they can't deliver a good story.
Is this stool wired?
Tonight, Graham. No, it's not. But I find that kind of interesting about you. It's not about the writing, it's about getting to the heart of the story for you, and that's where the passion is for you, I think.
I like anyone. I think it's a very Irish thing that you like a story, and I think particularly in book clubs, you'll get a book that has amazing reviews and and it is beautifully written, but you just think, where's the story? What's going on here? Yes, you've set a scene, great characters. What's happening? Nothing is often the answer. So I do like telling a yarn, but in the way that I think everyone likes hearing a yarn. And by the way, can I just say, you've got the best seats in there, quite dull. It's so much better in here.
We know.
And also the other good thing in here, well, for me anyway, I can talk. In there, it's whispering. I like talking aloud.
And we're delighted to have you talk to us. What is it like for you to write, though? I mean, is it a burden? Is it a joy? Do you run up to the
No, I don't. So I don't run up to it. Like I would say anyone can start writing a book, and probably everyone should start writing a book.
They're Irish, they do.
But there's a lot of nominees. But
everyone has a book.
Actually, is this a terrible thing to say at a night like that? Could we take a year off from publishing books so we could all catch up? Like, there's too many there's too many novels to read, and there's so many good ones. It's like, could we just stop it? Stop the presses for maybe 12 months, maybe a year and a half, and then we'll all catch up, and then we'll start again.
Will you come back to the Book Awards in 2016 then? Is that the deal?
2 years, yeah.
Finally, though,
we've already cancelled it for next year, yeah.
Writing, though, is it something you'll return to again? Do you enjoy it?
Look, I do enjoy it, and particularly, like I was explaining, this process I did enjoy. So I would like to do it again. I don't quite know why or what story I want to tell. So I think if I thought of a novel idea or fiction idea that I thought could sustain a novel, maybe I'd try that, but very, very quietly.
You do nothing quietly, which is why we love you. Ladies and gentlemen, the award-winning writer,
Yeah,
Norton.
award-winning.